Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Ultimods 10. Are you still spawning? I could have sworn I thought those three torches there would have been enough. Anyways, last time we got our first two little familiar friends. So right now we have our little Drigamy friend who actually gives us a little bit of extra looting whenever we kill a mob. So that's just as a baseline really good. And our other option that we have right now is the Whirly Sprig, which essentially just makes all of our food a little bit better. So one feels objectively better, but if we're just waiting around regenning, might as well just switch over anyways and heal a little bit faster probably. So little friends right here, and I didn't make another. I haven't made what we need to get another one, but it's not that hard. We should have everything we need, and then we can just go find a Starbuncle is the next one, and that's just more Sapphire. Sapphire's not that important, I don't think. Or I know the one from like Iron Gems, or is it Silent Gems? It's one of the two. Either way, one of them is not useful at all, and then the other one, then the Aldemods one might have some uses, but I don't know what. Anyways, yeah, we got our little friends, familiars there, so that's really cool, finally. And we just continued back onto the Nether, got the Ender Pearls we were after, and finished clearing out the cool dungeon. Though, there wasn't really much else to do in there. Apparently, that is a boss room, and we're going to need to get a specific item. Well, I think make a specific item with something that we need to get from the ancient city, which means Warden territory. I haven't found one, but I haven't found the Deep Dark yet, but you can use the Nature's Compass to do so, so we'll probably end up doing that at some point soon. Although, I'm not entirely sure what we're getting up to today. We might be fighting the Wither. I mean, we do need to do that for both a couple of quests, and then we also need a Wither Star for a lot of important stuff, actually. Anyways, as you can probably tell, I'm underground. I've just done a little bit of mining, a little bit of running around across various structures. Why did I not put that on immediately? That's just like an uh, ob objective extreme boost. Like, the fiery gear is just going to be better than any iron or diamond. I should be wearing that when I have the option, even if it's uncommon versus epic, I think. I have one for the helmet as well, but it's pretty broken up, so maybe not that. Anyways, yeah, I've been mining. I got a bunch of resources for various things. I do have a bunch of Inferium, so we might be able to make the next tier of that. Got a bunch of enchanted scrolls, some seeds, just a whole bunch of raw ores that are going to have to be cycled through at some point. There were a couple of very cool specific things I was thinking about. These dark gems are for EvilCraft. We didn't have any, now we have 27, so we could start up that. Let's see, there were a couple others as well that were of at least minor, if not great importance. At the moment, I'm blanking on what they are. Oh yeah, there's some diamonds here we're gonna have to break. I do have a decent chunk of diamonds now. We were down to like 3 or something like that. That was kind of why I came down here in the first place. Just 2.5 backpacks full. 2 of them are diamond, or 2 of them are gold, and the last is iron. But a whole bunch of new spells. Actually, a few new spell books to test out. Technically we got Poison Blossom at the end of last time. Looting the final chest, basically, or the last structure we cleared last time had this in it. So, didn't actually test that out. I've used it a couple of times. But we have these to test out. Have I mentioned how much I love the random banners you can just get everywhere? I love them so much. This is... yeah. Anyways, same chest that had that amazing thing also had this rotten spellbook. So it's going to take away some of our spell resistance, which is going to make fighting things like the Necromancers a little rougher. But it does have extra spell slots and gives max mana, so that could be pretty good. We'll probably switch to that for now. Oops, I had some diamonds I forgot to toss away. You want a broom? We only have 5 now, I think. It might be 6, I might have more in chests somewheres, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, just a bunch of mining. Got a new codex entry for Filter Self. And I got this Whirly Sprig token. We are going to have to get this by growing growing a tree next to a wild one, but we got one for free. It can be used for Tablet of Summoning Animals, Thread of the Whirly Sprig. Oh, that just makes any food you eat a little bit better. And then the Whirly Sprig Charm. What are these charms used for? I'm really not sure. Oh yeah, hold on. I have this on me. I feel like I remember something about if a familiar dies, it drops a charm, and you can summon that, and you can resummon them with the charm. Let's see, charm, not shard, charm. Dark vision. Nope, nope, no. Nope, none of you are right. Charm. It's Whirly Sprig charm. They're exclusively found. Summoned Whirly Sprigs can be given a home in the world and will begin producing natural materials, including wood, crops, seeds, and flowers that exist around them. They can be befriended and will drop Whirly Sprig tokens if a tree is grown near them. Okay. So, this sort of charm basically lets you put one. Oh, use a charm on a flower. Um, there's chests. Okay. So, I partially misunderstood how part of this worked. You several minutes for the Whirlsprig to update its mood after placing a block. Uh, natural diversity of natural materials. Okay. So I did not look far enough into this apparently. So we have our familiar Whirly Sprig and our familiar Drigme, but we can also get a Drigme familiar Drigme charm. Here we go. But instead, we could get a little friend Drigme who will just do work about a house. We need mossy cobble. It will turn into Drigme Henge and summon your Drigme. To summon additionals, use more charms on the Henge. Casting Dispel or killing the Drigme will return your charm. Okay, so they're magical creatures, but they're just little friends that can run about. 10 blocks in every direction from its home. We use the surge to produce items from any enemies nearby. Your efficiency is depending on its happiness. This may be increased for each entity nearby with a bonus for each unique type in its home. Nearby containment jars will also count as an enemy. Entity. So I'm assuming. Ooh, they'll even give you experience. Ooh, containment jars. Hold on. That sounds like the monster balls from Naruto. We're gonna want a bunch of them. Can be traded with a jar, periodic resetting it. Okay. Throw gold at the jar to use them. Allays still work as normal. Use a bottle to obtain dragons. You can just capture the Ender Dragon, excuse me? Uh, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff here. Okay, we definitely want like a million of these things. Is it any glass in Archwood slabs? Oh, that's so easy. Oh. Okay. Never mind, it's not as easy as I thought it was. I was thinking, oh, you can just left-click on any mob and this will work. No, it will not. So you need to actually use the containment spell. That makes it a little bit trickier, but still really cool. We're going to have to do that. And apparently we can just capture a bunch of things and get some of our little Drigme friends actually summoned in the world, and they'll just run around collecting, like, milk and stuff. That's really cool. Anyways, I digress. I was about to head home, but there is one more thing I want to do while I'm down here. Which one of these is it? I don't remember placing 2 markers down here. Home. Okay, it's not the 1500 one. I'm going to do a little bit of a teleport here, just because I don't feel like trying to find my way back through all those caves. This thing, this Stella Arcanum, this is from Forbidden Arcanus. It's glowing like that, and it looks cool. I figured that might explode. That's why I waited to mine that one. Stellarite piece. Oh, and I'll take that raw silver too, please. So, what are you used for? You need 9 for a block, and it's used for a bunch of the Forbidden Arcana stuff. But I've only managed to find one of it on the whole time I was mining, which was about an hour and a half or so. So it's very rare, and apparently we're going to need more than one. I was hoping we could use at least one for the starting things. Anyways, let's head home. Recall is now on the 6th slot. Oh yes, also, at some point during last episode, I didn't even realize it, we got a new summoning spell for iron spells. And it's raised dead. Not enough mana to cast it. We'll be trying that in a moment. I do need to deal with inventory stuff real quick, so I'm gonna dump what I can in here. But, what do we want to do? We're just getting a collection going at this point. Arrow, Ace, NB, and Trans, yay! Those are the only pride flags I have. I have a few other random banners, but nothing like that. I need to dump stuff real quick. It's gonna take me a little while, but is there anything specific I want to do first? Small drip leaf. You can just go in there. I don't think I have a use for you. Is there a specific mod? Do we want to keep working on ours for at least today? We're probably going to be switching gears pretty soon. We got this moonfall thing randomly, so might as well take the rewards from that. And Starbunk. We're probably gonna make the Whirly Sprig Charm today if we can. Mage Bloom Seed we have Mage Bloom. We have everything else. I probably have all those saplings. I know I have oak and I know I have spruce. It's a question of, do I have any birch saplings? Not over here, and I don't think I actually have that many saplings over at the other place. I think it's mostly just crops. So hopefully I'll be able to find one of those, or I just have one hiding and I didn't find it. Okay, I'll deal with that in a moment. Right now, I have a lot of stuff to dump real quick. Oh my goodness, 45 minutes later, it takes way too long to deal with inventory nonsense. Anyways, this backpack's coming with it. It has a bunch of random seeds to bring over. This is more or less the unprocessed ores and whatnot. I forgot the word for a moment. This is most of the ingots and whatnot. The dark gems are in here for EvilCraft, which has a high contender for being one of the next mods we look at. I'm not entirely sure what's next. I don't know, I'm just not feeling tech stuff yet, so I'm probably going to do, once we figure we're at a good stopping point for Ars Nouveau, which we might already be at, minus a couple other things I want to try. But after we're done with a couple other little things here, probably to do with little summoning things, we're probably going to move on to either EvilCraft, Forbidden and Arcanus, or Occultism. Although Roots is an option. I know it's an option. Where it is, I have no idea. Where did it go? I know Roots is an option, or is supposed to be an option here somewheres, isn't it? Like, I know Roots is in. I thought it had a quest log section, but maybe not? Oh no. That's interesting. That's interesting. I could have sworn that was here for some sort of guide to help us through it. Am I just completely blanking on that? Was that not a thing? Oh no, I could have sworn that existed, but now it's not here, so I'm just going to have to go on and assume I'm just misremembering things. Anyways, although, since Roots isn't a thing on here, I know it's in, but we don't have a quest log for it. What do I want to do? Occultism lets you summon summon demons and make deals with them. Honestly, I'm going down the summoner path. Going down the evil summoner path as well kind of fits. I don't know how this has happened. This is strange. This is not my original goal for this series, but it just sort of happened like this. So, there's a decent chance we're going through occultism next, although there are other options we might want to do. Anyways, let's head on back over to the farm. I'm just gonna leave this backpack here. It's full of random seeds anyways. I have a little bit more to take care of around here real quick, which shouldn't take me too long. But do we want... Drink me familiar? How has this occurred? Oh yeah, I guess one of them was still over here when I teleported home. Oh, interesting. My chestplate has a built-in elytra. Huh. I didn't realize that. That's weird. Okay, then. Should have paid more attention to the effects on that one. I have a little bit more to take care of as far as inventory stuff goes. I also had stuff I needed to take care of back at home because I was going to change out our spellbook. And I have 2 more scrolls I want to put on it. Teleport and Ascension. Oh yes, and we still have to test out our new summon scroll, don't we? For zombies, or undead rather. Where is the Rotten spellbook? Here it is. And just get all of these scrolls back out of it. I don't even know if Fireflies is worth keeping on here. It's not great. Like, I'm probably just going to use Firebolt if I want to do damage here. So this, I guess, can just get left away. I placed that somewheres randomly in there. I don't even know. Firebolt gets to be 1. Burning Dash gets to be 2. Swords gets to be 3. Raise Undead gets to be 4. Recall's going to be the last one, I think. So there's that. Actually, no. I should make Recall that one and make this one Teleport. Basically, teleport to wherever you're looking. Ascension can be that one because it brings us straight up and looks cool. And then I guess Firefly Swarm gets to go here. I think that's a pretty... I didn't automatically go on like the other one. I think that's a pretty good setup. We do have an extra 100 mana now. That's pretty good. Because we kept running out after like a single use of anything. Just, I need any other better helmets. And are we going to fight the Wither today? I think we're fighting the Wither today once I finish dealing with the rest of this inventory management stuff. Although, backup started. The last time that happened, it froze my entire computer. Hopefully we're fine today. What do we need for... we could actually summon a Wixie right now. I think I have one of those Wixie totems. Does this spawn... This doesn't spawn a wild Wixie, does it? It ends up spawning a summoned Wixie, so I wouldn't be able to turn this thing into my familiar. I think that's how it works, but I'm not entirely sure. We were doing this for Whirly Sprig, which should love our garden. So... I also need to double check I don't have birch somewheres. I don't think I do, so I'm going to have to go hunt down a birch tree. Do I know where one is? Not immediately seeing one from here. Let's see. That is full of lava. That could have ended poorly. I don't think there's any near the other place. Anything near this village? No, this is also oak and maple or whatever this is. Oh yeah, it is maple. Do I know where there's a maple forest? Or a birch forest? I think the answer is no. So getting a little Drigme friend might be or not Drigme, the Whirly Sprig, might be a little difficult. What about this unnamed one? This is somewhere near spawn, right? Oh yeah, it's this thing. We totally could finish off this portal right now and figure out what it's all about. That is an option. Oh yeah, Explorer's Warp Scroll. This ancient warp scroll is filled to the brim with unstable magic. Locating structure, thrown into the frame of a ruined warp portal, or press right button to teleport. Oh, and then random spark and bubble for free? Okay. And Pixie Pummel. Their friends are their power. Oh, hold on. Hold on. This was destined. This is where we spawned. I never actually took the stuff out of that chest. Huh? What just happened there? Located structure. Good luck? Okay then? I'm really not sure what's going on anymore with that thing. But... an army of Wex with extended time extra going on. Summoning sickness for a minute and a half, so... Hold on, am I actually summoning extras? I doubt it. I'm not supposed to be able to. Wait, it's taking mana, but it's not actually activating. That's rude, game. This is mineral logs from Integrated Dynamics. Not entirely sure how they work. But I really just don't know where there's a birch forest, do I? So I don't know where I'm going to get that birch sapling I need. I almost 100% saw it in a chest somewheres and left it behind because I didn't think I needed it. Um, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I probably also should have teleported back home using that, but I do have the recall ability, so that's probably not that big of a deal. Is there any birch forests? I don't think so. We just haven't seen any. Um, maybe there's one hiding in there, but I don't think it's a regular. Oh, silver birch forest. Yeah, it's right next to the farm. I'm a goofball. But now I want to test these Vexes out in a fight, see if they're actually as strong as normal Vexes. Because they could be scary. They don't look that big and menacing, but if you're not prepared for them, and even if you are, they're a pain. So there's one very cool new spell, definitely fitting the summoner vibes there. What else did we get? Uni's Wind Shield. I basically have self-orbit knockback amplify 8. So let's say I run up to a chicken. Fly. Oh, that was stronger than I was expecting. Like, I saw the Amplify 8 and figured it was going to be effective, but I wasn't quite expecting it to fling it that far. Or, actually, I don't know how far I was expecting it to get flung. Maybe I was expecting that, but I'm not sure. These are Skyrus, apparently have apples on them. Cool. So there's another of those random spells we got. Aurelia's Bite Storm. This is an actual combat spell. So it is projectile, linger, sensitive fangs, lightning times 2 times 3 extend. Um. Oh, that's cool. What just happened there? Was the cow so dead that it left behind its spirit that died again? Is that what just happened? I'm actually not sure. We Elytra Flight is something I'm not very familiar with. I almost never actually get an Elytra. Oh, what are you? I'm not entirely sure how I ended up exploring. Oh, it's something village related. Let's avoid blowing them up, shall we? Moonstones and that stuff I'll take. Is it just... it's just a little community. Oh, it's a little community, but it's got a lot of villagers just hanging out here, apparently. I don't think I need a random egg. Definitely do need to dump stuff real quick, though. So you and you can obviously go in there. I'll take all of this stuff. That's copper, not diamond. It keeps tricking me. And it looks like all these are just going to be filled with some food. I'll clear them all out for emeralds, but I don't know. It's just a tiny, tiny little village that's very, very compact. I'm not expecting anything too important out of it. Yeah, more or less nothing interesting. A couple of emeralds, some red, various random gems and whatnot. Hello, little lay friend. The only artifact in there was the cowboy hat. We already have it, and we're never going to use it anyways. So, really nothing super interesting in there. Anyways, I do want to try this Aurelia's Bite one more time. Is there actually anything to use it on? Hello, little Drake me friends. Hi. I thought it was going to start following us for a moment there. Oh yes, speaking of which... Drake me, summon our little friend. Hello, familiar, come with us. This thing... I have a feeling this spell is not going to work very well indoors, but... Might as well try it. Huh. Shocked 3. Oh! Interesting. It's a vengeance spirit. That's what happened. So this one-shot's a zombie. It's not even close. It's just a straight-up one-shot on a zombie. But you can now see the vengeance spirits. Apparently since we got the... Apparently since we finally got the evil dark gems or whatnot from EvilCraft, we can actually see them. They've popped up on the map before, but I've never been able to actually see what they are. So, interesting. Increases the maximum number of amulet equipment slots by 2. Increases the damage dealt by the wearer's pets. Does that include any teams? Like, would it affect, for instance, my summoned wolves? Maybe. Also, amulets is... By amulets, do you need necklace? By amulet, do you mean necklace? What is that deleting from? Oh. Maximum number of amulet equipment slots by 2. So they both give +2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the... They both give +2. But the Hunter's Belt actually subtracts a space? Also, why does it give charm slots if it says it gives amulet slots? Interesting. Anyways, I'll take the Wixie token, and there's some various other resources that we're just gathering because we'll eventually need them. But nothing super exciting out of this Placekeeper, so once again, need to deal with the inventory, but one more time. This is a bad idea. Yeah, I realized that was silly as soon as I hit the button. Oh, that was 50 lost levels. I can't store anymore in anything. I really need to upgrade the tank into the 1,000 bucket thing and actually do that, but that's going to take a long time. I can't believe I just did that. That was silly. That was a lot of wasted resources. Anyways, I don't think there's anything worth really going back there right now anyways. This is a very powerful jutsu. Nope, we're not playing that anymore. That is a very powerful spell. Like, we need to be very careful with that thing. But, we finally have an offensive magic. I've been complaining about not having any offensive capabilities for a while now, and, looks like we do now. Anyways, the last one is this little poison blossom thing. I need a target for this, but this isn't anything super interesting. Hello, zombie friend. I don't know exactly how much damage this does. I haven't fully tested on a thing, but 3 little hearts and then poison for a moment. So it's technically slightly more damage than we managed to do using our firebolt. But it's negligible. It's not that good really. So that one's not getting used. But yeah, we actually have an offensive spell that is actually very capable of doing damage. That hasn't happened yet. So that's something we're gonna work on. I really do need to work on Mahu. I just looked up and saw the 101. I was like, we started that a while ago. We've only gotten 1 extra mana. It's weird. I just have not been focusing on it, I guess, or spending any time at all. So I have more inventory management to do over at the farm area. I have some Ars stuff that just needs to go into those chests, and some a few other things. So let me go through all this real quick. Okay, inventory dealt with. Is there any actual birch over here, or is it just this special birch? It looks like the special birch. And you're just going to give silver birch saplings. I know I've 100% almost just passed up on a regular birch sapling at some point, thinking I won't need that, and now I very specifically need a regular birch sapling. I know this has happened. I'm almost 100% sure of it. Anyways, there were a couple of extra spells we technically haven't gone over yet. So, Ascension. Basically, light the ground, shock the ground with electricity and get rocketed up. That's basically the gist of it. It's not as much upwards momentum as I was hoping for. I was keeping it around because I was like, hey, if you can use it to just go up, we'll be able to get out of, like, tricky situations. Plus, the lightning does damage to anything it hits, so I figured it was maybe worthwhile. I don't know, maybe at a higher level, this one's not that great. Anyways, other than that, teleport. It's a teleport. It's what it says on the tin. It's pretty short range, but it's just good. Like, any teleportation skill is usually at least good or okay. So that's just a thing. And then finally, summon undead, or summon dead as it's called. It doesn't say undead, but it's summoning a bunch of zombies, so they literally come crawling out of the ground. Right now, they're just rocking leather armor, but Are you trying to attack my little friends here, or are you just hovering about? Right now they're just rocking leather armor, but apparently if you cast it at a higher level, they'll get something better. Anyways, I totally forgot to make another thing for taming, for getting a familiar. Otherwise, we could get a Starbuncle right now. It's right here. Aw. I do have the Ritual Brazier on us. We know where you are. Binding, I think is what it's called. The Tablet of Binding is a bunch of stuff I left over at the farm. Okay, so we can't do that right now. Hmm. Do we want to tame a Starbuncle real quick? Or do we want to just fight the Wither? Because we could. And honestly, I want to test out our new combat spell on it. So, you know what? I think I want to fight the Wither real quick. We still got plenty of time, and I've already got everything I need on me, because I just been carrying it around. I just need to go somewhere where I'm not afraid to let things get a little blown up. So, fly up this way. Ascension! It's like 10 blocks or something like that. It's nothing super major. Oh, that's the wrong button. Teleport. Oh, another floating island that probably doesn't have much exciting in it. Hold on, is that an amethyst cave? What just happened? Why do I keep getting this little boost like that? I'm not really swooping all that much. Uh, I'm I'm really not sure what's happening anymore. Let's just go our tried and true method of like Mary Poppinsing this. Just go straight up like this and not make it at all. I missed. I'm so close. I'm so close. Come on. Let me up. Let me up. No. I know I can do this. Maybe I can't do this. At least not. Yeah, I need to go at an angle like this and then... Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so sad. What just happened? I don't know why that keeps happening, but hey, it works. Oh, there's a chest in here with a bunch of stuff. A repeat of the relic we just saw. I'll take all of this stuff, because why not? And the rest gets tossed in a chest. And I think I'm just pillaring my way up, because I don't trust that I'll be able to jump out and then go back up. What is this? Is it just a little floating house? It's just a little floating house. Does this one have any better loot than the first little floating house we got? Actually, did that other one maybe have something hiding in it? Coast armor trim. Does this one do anything cool, or is this just cosmetic one? Apparently you need it to get nether gear at this point, or netherite gear, so I'm not entirely sure. Oh, that's a quest completed at least. I'm gonna assume it's in armors. Oh yeah, we killed 50 spiders, which means we get a random uncommon reward plus a lot of good stuff. Where is basic armor? And I'm gonna assume armor trim's in here? Yes, it is. So it'll give you a couple extras and it just does that. Cool. I want that and I want all that. Iron ore hammer, did I leave mine behind or is that a free one? Nope, that's mine. I'll have to re-grab that in a moment. Apparently I accidentally tossed it away. And Poison Blossom. We already have that spell. Is there any use for these extra spells or no? I don't think so. Blessing of Life is a healing spell. That's pretty cool. So once again, I want everything in here, but do not have inventory space. So let's finish looking at the rest of them. Portal, okay. Another arming thing. Raise Dead, level 2. We already have that one. Recall 1, we already have. I basically want everything in that chest. A bunch of ancient knowledge. Starfall. Okay. Yeah, we have another spell we're about to test, and I want everything in all these chests. So, 1 second. Okay, there's this place looted. We're gonna go home and put Starfall on in just a moment, but I want to see if I can't make it over there as well. So there's the Elytra activated, and actually I don't need to do anything else. The Elytra on its own was just good enough for this. Oh, that was silly. I almost launched myself off. That would have been bad. Thanks for the decorated pot. How do you get the shards from a pot? Can you only get them via digging with the brush? What exactly? Oh, summon a dead. I still have a timer on that, I guess. Sure, I'll take all that. This thing's just gonna keep spawning wither skeletons, so maybe I should mark this place. I know I can come over here instead of having to go to the nether every time. Although, I'm probably just gonna admit to the nether anyways, because it's gonna spawn a lot faster and be more reliable. So, yeah, was that really it? It was just a single tower with a single wither skeleton spawner? That wasn't anything super exciting. Any birch trees? No, I continue to not know at all where to find a birch tree. So, sadly, we will not be able to get a little whirly sprig friend just hanging around. Also, there's definitely something up with those, like, stone ball things there, but no idea what. There's a spider thing, a couple other little structures. We'll explore a lot of these at some later point. Hold on. Oh, we're back to spawn, basically. Like, we saw this thing in episode 1, I think. We ended up huddling in here so we didn't end up dying. I think... Hold on. Gold I'll take. Why did I leave gold behind? I also love ball lightning. That's a pretty okay spell, I think. I don't need most of this stuff. I have a lot of it. I can just come back later. I'm looking to see if I left a birch sapling behind. Like, jungle leaves, no! I saw... Oh, hold on. Hi there, birch logs. Apparently I just had to... The blank something. Okay. The dot 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 something. Okay. Anyways, we finally made it. And... Really? Really, finally found a birch tree, and I'm gonna have to break multiple because the first one just said, no saplings for you. Cool, thanks, game. Anyways, all of you are gonna get tossed in here. This all goes in here. Anyways, oak, those are oak. You're also oak. I'll take the extra root stuff, though. I'm gonna have to figure that out on my own. I could have sworn that had a quest log on it, but then it wasn't there when I looked. There we go, a single oak thing. A single birch sapling. I can get a few more. Thank you. And I think the whirly sprig was the one that needed mossy cobblestone, so we might as well just do that. Now we can head on back home. And from home, we're going to set up Starfall, and then we're going to head back to the farm and do the whirly sprig summon. And I guess tomorrow we're going to fight the wither. And then... I don't know. After the wither fight, we'll be able to upgrade our spell book. And then I guess we'll probably go over a couple of tier 3 things. And then the episode after will start up in a different mod. I don't know. Most of what's left of Ars Nouveau is figuring out a bunch of random... either trying to get more summons or figuring out a bunch of random spells and how to make something good. I'm not entirely sure what I'm getting up to there, so... I don't know. I think I might just come back to it at this point. I'm not going to full clear a mod. Or I'm probably going to have to come back to mods instead of full clearing them all at once. Anyways, with that, we can head back over to the farm. And I'm going to need a bunch more pedestals, I think. To make the... Not bound script, I want the whirly sprig. Although, I do need to make the bounding ritual thing, too. Whirly sprig charm. That's a whirly propeller. There it is. It's the literal first one. Cool. The whirly sprig totem, source, mage bloom, diamond, and then all the saplings and a seed. Cool. I think I only have 6 pedestals left across everything. Yeah, 2 of them became ritual braziers or whatever. So, like that, I'll have to make 2 more. But I do have some stuff to dump real quick, so give me 1 second. Okay, so I mostly dumped everything, and I now have everything together. And actually, at some point in one of the chests, I managed to get a second Whirly Sprig token, so we technically could do 2 of these, but we're just going to do 1 for now. Anyways, we need 2 extra pedestals, which actually need to go in here to do this. 1, 2. We'll save the rest of those resources. Those will continue going like this. Now, what is the correct order? I know the whirly sprig goes in the middle. Diamond, mage, seed, source. Mage, seed, source. Seed, birch, oak, spruce. Seed, birch, spruce, oak. Okay. I almost had it right. Seed. I grabbed the wrong one. But with this, if I pressed the right thing, is there actually enough source over here? I've yet to see one of these actually require source in some way. I'm gonna assume the arcane core stores it in or something. But this gets us the whirly sprig charm. It whirly. I imagine it's like a Pokemon. Anyways, head back over to Magic, Ars Nouveau, and Whirly Sprig Charm gets us a free bunch of source gems, some experience, and we have plenty of food around here. So, I think I'm gonna need to give you a chest to work. But Control can double check how this works. Curious nature sprites are exclusively found in forested areas. Summoning whirls can be summoned whirly sprigs can be given a home in the world, and will begin producing natural materials, including wood, crops, seeds, and flowers that exist around them. They can be befriended and will drop whirly sprig tokens if a tree is grown near them. Cool. On a flower, cool. Their home is 10 blocks in any direction, requires source nearby to operate, and will only generate items if there's a chest placed next to the flower. Okay. I'm gonna hope that like a diamond chest will work for this. I almost messed this up and forgot to actually make this an upgraded chest because you need to do extra things with like redstone torches and whatnot. But this will be another summoned friend. And, oh yes, I knew I was gonna do it too. I literally called it. This chest can just go over here for extra runoff essence and whatnot. I 100% called it I was about to do that too. That's the worst part. Anyways, this and this. What am I even calling today? I don't know. I had plans and all those plans got weird and I ended up just testing a bunch of random spells and then running about doing random things, getting some minor progress done here and there. Anyways, there's a flower here and a golden chest. This will exist 10 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it will just barely collect flax. So it will mostly collect amaranth. Hold on a second. I have an idea. Would this count mystical agriculture? And are these considered flowers for the purposes of this? I don't know. Maybe I should move the mage flowers closer over here too. But just to... Nope. Just to see. Whirly Sprig Blossom. There's source here, so that should be in range. Hello, it's content right now. Cool, it's got a chest right here. That's not what I was looking for. I want the Warren notebook. Only generate items if there's a chest nearby. You can kill it or use this. Oh, you can't get it back by killing it. Only dispel it. Oh, and then you can color it various with different shades. Needs to be happy. That's determined by diversity. Oh, you can see what they would like by pressing it with a block. That's cool. Oh, and you can see extra info by right-clicking on them. Cool, okay. So, looks like it's probably sleeping in the little thing right now. Is this its permanent home base, or could I move this? I think this might now be its permanent base. Oh, it isn't sleeping, it's just hanging out over here. So it's content, but could be better. There's some diversity, but could be better. Okay. So, we have grown up Inferium now. It's not doing anything right now, but there's a chance that it might try to recreate that pretty soon. I'm probably gonna have to, what's gonna be the best way to do this? I mean, what was probably going to happen is I'm going to turn that water right there. I'm going to put a block above it, put a flower there, and have a whirly sprig in the middle of the garden. That's probably going to be a good way to do this. Everything within 10 blocks, which will be most of it. It's going to be a big chunk of the wheat, and it won't grab any cabbages or any cucumbers, but basically everything else is in range to get at least some of it. So, I don't know. Hopefully I can move this thing. I don't have this spell yet. Anyways, next time we're going to... I didn't actually kill the wither today, like I said I was going to. Next time we're going to kill the wither. Where are you going? Why are you swimming out to sea? Also, why are you swimming at all? You can fly. You are a strange little buddy. Anyways, next time we are going to kill the wither, and that will give us the wither star. And with that, we'll be able to upgrade our spellbook, get to tier 3. I'm kind of specifically here for the tier 3 summons, if nothing else. And then probably move on after a little bit more looking at random glyphs, maybe a couple other random rituals. I should get a Starbuncle, but I think solely focusing on Ars for the time being is going to have to take a back burner, because it's going to be a lot of trial and error, various different rituals and whatnot. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. I want to thank you all so much for watching one more time, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagata and Goddess of the Star-Filled Void. Thank you so much for the extra support. So now, without further ado, take care, everybody.